Welcome to Magical Moments with Artemis. Today, I would like to consider with you some long-standing paradigms on Earth. Just in my own contemplations, I've noticed the amount of bloodshed on the Earth. And when I notice how countries come into being, that typically the pattern is the country or power that has the most ammunition is typically the country that can overthrow and or dominate. And that's really rough. And acknowledging my own judgments, it leaves me feeling like societies on the earth as a whole are fairly barbaric. Because if the best thing we have for growth to depend on is might is right, that's fairly sad. And again, I acknowledge my judgment. I'm not in neutral on this. Neutrality did not inspire me to make this video. Seeing something that I perceive as off has. So I'm noticing paradigms of might is right. I'm noticing domination. I'm noticing bloodshed. So I invite all of you to notice any one of those things, or notice if you've noticed those things. Perhaps this is news to you. And in that noticing, notice if there is anything that you would like to do with that. Would you like to unplug yourself from that paradigm? Would you like to bless those paradigms? Would you like to be in neutral to those paradigms? Would you like to connect with your high vibrational beings to make space and light within those paradigms? Would you like to connect with all other beings of light on this planet now who have an interest in shifting that paradigm, and in moments of concentration and contemplation, move the paradigm? What is your inspiration right now? What would it be like for the earth to be hospitable among nations, and for growth to be hospitable, for growth to be cooperative? And looking at all of those things, is that something that you can plug into? Or do you have an even better idea? What would an earth look like that's hospitable, that's agreeable, where growth is exponential and it serves everyone? So now I'm noticing duality. So what would it be like to remove oneself from duality? And I can hear people going, but that's the way it's always been. It's always been that way because we believe that, so we perpetuate it. Now is a fantastic opportunity to step aside from that, to step out of duality. And for some of you, that's a very, it can be an offensive concept that challenges your beliefs. So notice what you feel like when your beliefs are challenged. Notice what it feels like when there is a good guy and there is a bad guy, and that's the way it's always been and that's the way it's always gonna be. What is it like to have that challenged? Can you allow yourself space to not live in that tug of war. Because the possibility to do so is available now. It may be barely sprouting. Maybe. I know some people who, they don't seem to have too much duality going on. So I don't want to poison you with any, I don't want to limit your possibilities. So just consider that. And if you don't mind, I want to take a moment and remove any grief that the earth is holding. Because there's been a lot of bloodshed. And there's been a lot of lack of consciousness. So whatever we as a collective can remove from the earth's consciousness and transmute and evolve, let's do so now. All right. As always, thank you for watching.